Hey, what's up everyone? I'm Leno56 and welcome back to some more Farming Simulator 25. So in the last episode we got both of our crop fields planted. I believe we planted everything with canola, and then in the next after we harvest this batch of canola we're gonna plow our fields, do a bunch of field work before we plant our oats. But right now I've basically done as much as I can think of. I think what I'm going to probably do now is we'll mow this grass field right here and get some more silage bales going for the rest of today. So let's jump in our... Yeah, I'll probably just do everything manually actually, since there's not really a whole lot else that I can do right now. And they updated the game too, so it's been a little bit glitchy. Oh crap, I still need to grab those bales. Never mind. So with that being said, it is really laggy. I read through some of the patch notes and apparently they improved performance. Which, so far, it's just been really laggy, so I don't know how much performance they actually improved, but hopefully it gets a little bit better. Alright, so actually we're going to put this back for right now, and we're going to take a look and see how our silage is fermenting here. So yeah, let's put this back for a minute. Alright, we're 75% fermented. Yeah, so I can't actually mow that grass field as of yet. Let's take a look at our cows and stuff. Our cows are doing good. They have food, they have water. I guess one thing I could do, because it is still fairly early. Use your own equipment release. I mean, I could wrap bales. That'd be easy to do. Yeah, I have a bale wrapper, so yeah, let's actually, let's do this contract right here. It's been a while since I've actually done a contract, so I don't mind doing one. As long as I have the equipment myself, that's the only way that I am going to be able to do contracts. Alright. Yeah, it's really laggy. Holy crap. Yeah, it's funny because in the patch notes it said that they improved performance, which so far I haven't seen an improvement, but yeah, and there's a bunch of bales in this field too. Alright, no one there, no one there. Yeah, I have a bunch of silage just sitting around, so there's a bunch of money just sitting in our fields right now. I just hope I have enough wrap for this field over here. Alright, so let's turn right here. Yeah, it's really kind of laggy. Maybe as I drive around and more of the map loads, it'll slowly get better. Alright, here we are. Oh, there's not that many bales. We can turn our beacons off. I like how this works with both square bales and round bales. Yeah, there's just a few bales here. Nice. Alright, we're 24% done. It's probably the easiest 8 grand I'll ever make. So I literally just sit here, wait for it to wrap, move on to the next one. Let's see, and then we have another one right there. Wonder if we have anything good for sale. Let's take a look here. Alright, we still have the Crone for sale. We have this thing. Tiny plow and then a semi-truck. I really kind of want to get this. I just don't have enough money for it. Then I don't really want to take out a loan. I mean, I suppose I could, but then my overall monthly expenses would increase because I'm not paying those loans back. I guess I would just have to offset it by placing like solar panels or replaceables that just make passive income. I guess what I could do is do like vegetable gardens and stuff to kind of offset my monthly expenses. Alright, so we're about 53% done, so there's not a whole lot left to do. I like how every time I drive near a bale, it slowly moves. I'm not sure why that is. Like, watch. Of course, that one doesn't move naturally. I think during the winter months, besides, you know, plowing our fields and stuff, I'll use it to go buy all the kind of the miscellaneous stuff that I'll need for the upcoming year, such as like wrapping, the twine for the bales. I don't really need seed or fertilizer anymore since I have those placeable silos there, but I guess I can make sure everything is filled up. Alright, so we are almost done. So then tomorrow what we'll do is we'll go and sell all of our silage bales. And then I'll fertilize and mow both of our grass fields. Alright, so we have 4 more bales. So only a few more left to do. So am I wrapping the bales, or do I need to like actually deliver the bales? Because based on the contract and the equipment it was trying to give me, this is all I needed. And so we're at 90%. Well, this should be all I need. Alright, so this should be the last bale, as far as I can tell. Hey, contract finished. Perfect. Alright, so let's complete the contract. And we have 18,000. Perfect. Alright, so let's head home. And it is starting to get nighttime out. Ooh, I just missed the train. Yeah, as much as I would like that crone for mowing our fields faster, I'm not going to be able to get $288,000. Not without taking out a loan, and I don't want to do that because that's going to be a lot that's going to come out monthly. Alright, so let's head home, we'll go to bed, and then tomorrow we will sell our silage bales, and then we will mow our grass fields again. Well, actually, today would be the last day that we could potentially mow because it is the last month of fall, or the last day of fall. So tomorrow starts winter. There we are. Alright, perfect. So let's call it for today. And then tomorrow we'll take care of our silage bales. So we're going to do 6 o'clock. Alright, perfect. So it is snowing outside, and let me guess, I am not able... I mean, I can technically still harvest that field, I suppose. Oh, my blinker's still on. Alright, so let's go sell our silage bales here. Or maybe before I do anything, let's take a look at our cows are fine for right now. Alright, let's make sure it's all silage before I... Yep, it's all silage. We should be fine. Let's see here. And then for silage, which is going to be down here. Yeah, like right now is the best time actually to sell. So I have a bunch of silage bales and one straw bale in this load. All right. It feels like it's really cold and depressing outside right now, too. The atmosphere in this game is pretty awesome. Alright, so here's the animal dealer. Oh, heck yeah. So we got 30,000 from that load, and I should be able to get another load or two off of this. Alright, and I think what we're going to do right now is go to our far grass field, collect all the bales there. Yeah, I'll probably have to make one more load after this one, which I'm fine with. That's just more money for me. Yeah, because that's almost a full load in and of itself right there. You know, you could have passed me like 4 times already. I just want you to know that. Alrighty, here we are. Alright, so I have 5 more, so yeah, we should be able to get all the bales off of this field, and then we'll grab a few from the other field. So I'll get about another load and a half off of this. Alright, perfect. So we have 10 bales loaded. So I can put another 4 in here. And then I think what else I'm gonna do during probably just this month, because this is when you kind of need to sell everything, is I'll sell what's in our silos as well. So we should have quite a bit of money after today. Oh yeah, there's a lot of silage bales here. To be fair, I might be able to get another full load off of this field. Alright, let's go sell these. And let's unload. Alright, so we have 47,000 right now. And that's another 31,000, so that is not bad. Ooh, there's a few more things for sale. This might not be a bad one to get. I'd rather get that, not the John Deere, but that New Holland. I was thinking of a John Deere, but I meant the New Holland one. I think there's really only two New Holland tractors. This one and that other one. Alright, so let's go pick up this other field, and then hopefully we can get another another full load, because that'd be awesome. That would put us well over 100,000. Yep, I'm absolutely going to be able to get another full load. That's 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yep, and then I'm going to have a couple extra bales. So 3 full loads of silage bales. That is not bad. Alright, and there we are. And then I'll pick up these other two on our way home. Alright, so this should put us about, I'm gonna guess about 110,000 is what we'll have after we sell this load. I was close. 109,000. Alright, let's head home. Well, actually, we need to pick up those other 2 bales, and then we head home. So yeah, we made quite a bit of money off of silage bales. And now what I need to do is I need to sell all of the grain and crop that we have stored in our silos. Alright, and there we are. So one thing I guess I could do is I could have one of our workers fertilize these fields while I focus on selling all of our grain. Okay, here we go. Let's see. How much fertilizer do we have in here? We might have enough. I guess what I could do is I could buy a little bit more fertilizer just to top this off. So let's do, I don't need that much. Yeah, let's buy 5,000. Alright, perfect. So let's hop back in our New Holland, and then we'll hire a worker to go fertilize. Actually, I could just have them fertilize every field. Our grass fields and our crop fields. Yeah, so let's do this. I'm gonna have you create job. It's gonna be field work. And let's start with this field right here. Yeah, I know you're stuck. Let me move this trailer for you. Yeah, the AI is not very smart. Alright, let's see. Where's the best place to sell barley? Barley would be 1092, 1135, grain barge terminal 2. Let's see where you at. You're over there. Okay. Alright, he's going. Yeah, we're gonna go really slow down this slope here. Alright. And then I'll probably try to sell as much as I can that I have stored in those silos. Alright, so 22,000, that's not terrible. Granted, we tend to make more from silage, but barely made that. Okay, so let's go grab some more. And he should be almost done fertilizing that field right there too. Yeah, I'm gonna have to feed our cows here pretty quick. Let's do another thing of barley. Oh, thank you for the follow. Oh, thank you. Alrighty, so I think this time around, instead of going the way I went the first time, I'm gonna take a right here. That'll make it a little bit more feel more natural going into the unload dock. There we are. So we'll turn right here. Alright, so our hired worker has completed fertilizing our first grass field. So once I start unloading, I'll have him move to the next one. Okay, and unload. Alright, so let's go to this guy up here. Great job, field work. Start job. Alright. And my maintenance is almost completely gone. It's probably on the trailer, not the tractor. Let's see, what would be the easiest way to get out of here? Probably this way again. Field not field not ready. Okay, well then let's go to this field really quick and see if this one's ready. Alright, I'm gonna have to make some room for him. Alright. I think I just cut off a car, but oh well. Alright, so now let's go grab another load. I could do wheat. I think I have some oat and canola as well. I can't remember for sure exactly what I have. Alright, yeah, so that field doesn't need to be fertilized either, so I'm going to have them go to our other grass field. First things first, let's actually perform some maintenance on our tractor and trailer here. Since they updated the game, I wonder if they fixed the no cost glitch for maintenance. So 2300, they did fix it. Okay, good. Now, well, I mean, I guess both good and bad. I mean, for a while there, we had some free fixes that we were taking advantage of, but Yeah, they did fix it, so now when you perform maintenance, it doesn't just not take the money, it actually takes the money now. Alright, let's see. So, barley. Let's do wheat. Then while we're doing this, we're going to have our guy, great job, field work right here, and start. Alright, so then for wheat, 1200, Goldcrest Valley. Okay, so this one is the better one to go to. Alright, so let's go sell this at the grain mill over here. I bet you if that Krone was still on sale, I bet you I probably could have bought it after selling everything today. Or it would have been close. I probably would have had to take out a little bit of a loan, but that's fine. As long as I don't take out a $288,000 loan. I don't know if I have another $150,000 in crop, though, stored. And then, yeah, after driving around the map, the game has actually gotten a little bit faster, so it's not quite as glitchy as it was when it first loaded up, but I'm assuming that had something to do with the update. Alrighty, so there's the grain mill. Let's see, how did I do? That's almost perfectly in the center. That's not bad. Alright, and there's all our wheat, so let's go grab... So I've sold all of our wheat and all of our barley, so now let's go and sell all of our oats. Next pack available now. I think it'd be kind of fun to test those machines out. We'll have to take a better look at it. Great demand at Goldcrest Valley. So it says that there's a great demand, but what, during a great demand can you just sell anything? Like, it doesn't tell you what the actual price is. Unless you just have to sell there and figure it out. And it's like a surprise or something. Alright, so our worker has completed fertilizing both of our grass fields, so I'll have him go back home. And then once I sell all of our crop, I'll probably spend the rest of the day loading up all that flour. Because I could potentially start selling that too. Which, our flour is glitched, or not our flour, but it says we have a bunch of crop in our flour mill, which we actually don't. I never put that much product in there, but... Yeah, because for instance, Yeah, it says I have 189,000. Oh, wait a minute. I am all right. Let's see here. So 189,000 oat is what we have. I'm gonna see something really quick. Let's see. Where can I sell the oat at? 1902, 1939. Okay, so it's gonna be that grain mill again. I have a theory. I know what's happening here. So 189,000. So we have to remember that number. All right, so 189,000. I'm kind of wondering if all of the product that I've been putting in our that I've been selling have been going directly into the grain mill. So basically, that's like me double dipping, because I'm getting money for selling it to the grain mill, and then then it's getting converted into flour, which then I can sell again. If that's the case, I'm kind of wondering, because I feel like that's almost cheating, even though it was unintentional, because I had no idea that was happening. If it is in fact happening, I want to see here. Alright, so we're almost at $200,000. This is awesome. Part of me wants to buy this, actually. Let's see, extension. Part of me actually really wants to buy that. So we're at 193,000. Alright, so let's go see. We were at 189,000 oat in our grain mill. I want to see if we put the oat back in there, if that actually increased the amount that we have in our grain mill that we're processing. Because if that's the case, then that's another bug. Can't you just pass me? Like, why do you have to pull up and just not actually pass me? I need to get you home. I keep forgetting. So we were at 189,000. Alright, so we'll just do a little bit more oat that we have. It's not even worth selling the canola. So 189,000 is where we were at over here. 100. That is so weird. So no, that did not work. So I'm not sure why I have 143,000 liters of barley and 179,000 liters of oat in here, because I did not put that much into this building. So I am not sure how that happened. Alright, but this is going to be our last load. And then, yeah, we're just going to sell this at the grain mill again. And I forgot to move our worker. Gosh dang it, I keep forgetting. So we'll have about $200,000 after selling everything in storage plus our silage bales, which that is not bad. Part of me really wants to get this. Which I have more than enough money for it, so I could absolutely buy it. But I also, part of me wants to save up. But then again, I actually make quite a bit of money, so... Because one of my goals was to buy, like, the grain mill here so I can start, like, mass-producing flour. Because I kind of want to get into the productions of it a little bit here. Alright, so we have 200,000. So let's, alright, before I forget, let's do this. You, set destination, go home. Alright, and let's see here. So if I buy this, wheel setup, could just do standard. 44,000. Yeah, that's... I mean, I could buy this. Because the one I currently have has... Yeah, let's buy this. So we're going to sell the one we currently have at the store, and then we will buy that one. Because that'll make it a little bit easier to sell everything. Look how slow they're walking. Alright, so we're going to sell this trailer here. Hey guys, excuse me. For $94.88. Sweet. Alright, so let's buy that trailer. And then, yeah, we're just gonna buy it with the extension, because why not? So how much was that trailer normally? Let's see, it'd be normal trailer. It's typically 71, so I've saved about 31,000. That's not bad. Alright, let's head home. And then, yeah, once I get home, I'll probably sleep for the night, and then in the morning we will focus on feeding and giving our cows water, and then we will also load up all the flour that we have, because we have an ungodly amount of crop in our flour mill. Which, like I said, I'm not sure how that actually happened, because I did not put that much in there. And then we have snow in the forecast too. So I'm wondering if tomorrow morning's gonna be filled with snow. Alright, perfect. Let's see, our cows are okay for right now. In the morning, I'll definitely need to tend to them. Hello, Gramps. Alright, and sleep. Yep, our cows are almost completely out of food. They're still doing okay, though. And there's no snow. I 100% thought there was going to be snow on the ground. So yeah, I'm just going to leave that fertilizer spreader connected to our John Deere tractor here. Alright. Anything good for sale? Nothing really. Yeah, let's go and grab a couple silage bales here. Wow, it went right in between. Gosh dang it. Alright, so there's some silage there. Let's grab another bale. Alright, let's see. Yep, that is going up. Perfect. So now what we'll do is we will fill our water tank, which I'm going to have to disconnect this fertilizer spreader now that I think about it. I can probably get another load of water in there. Yeah, absolutely. Probably another cup, 2 loads, I bet. I probably need to get a bigger water tank. Yeah, that's probably good enough for now. So let's put this back. Alright, perfect. And there's not really a whole lot I can do during the winter here. Let's see here. Our cows are doing good. Let's see, oats will be ready to harvest in the next month or two. Yeah, it says we have 12,000 canola in there. That's more realistic versus this thing, because I have no idea how there's 142,000 barley, 178,000 oat in here, because I did not do that. Let's see, so I could buy this grain mill. This is a 1-to-1 ratio here. To do a bunch of oat. So say I do the grain mill, that gives us flour. Then I can turn the flour into bread at the bakery. Wait, toy tractors? Oh, that's cool. Can make rope, a wagon builder, the tailor shop, cotton. So what can I do with bread? Or maybe bread is the final product. Bread would be the final product, yeah. So I could buy the grain mill. I could buy the bakery. Then I could make money that way. Let's see. Because, yeah, bread is worth quite a bit. Let's see. How much is flour worth? Flour is worth a little bit. Not quite as much, or not quite as much as... I guess we could always try it out and see how it works. Liquid fertilizer, no selling point. I have solid fertilizer. Ooh, that's what I was going to look into. I was going to look into construction. Factories. Selling points, greenhouses. Takes goods and transforms them into different products. So I would just need water. Which means I could do greenhouses along this side, maybe. Actually, I could do greenhouses up here. Because all I need is water, and then I could sell our crops and stuff. Huh. That's something I could absolutely do. We have animals. We have fences. And then this is... cultivation for grapes and olives. Forgot how big these things were. Huh. Okay, so let's go and tend to our flour, and then once we sell the flour that we have here, we are going to sleep for the day. There's not a whole lot that we can do during winter. See if another one spawns here. Okay, it did. Okay, I kind of hit the side there a little bit. There we go. Perfect. Alright, let's go grab another stack. Every time I turn, it spawns one. That's ridiculous. Oh well. Trying to line it up as best as I can here. Alright, then I can get another stack in there. Yeah, so it looks like this is going to be the last stack of flour. And then I'll grab the canola that I can as well, or the canola oil. Alright, perfect-ish. Could have loaded that a little bit better, but that's okay. Gosh dang it. Alright, so there's not enough for another pallet, so we should be good. So then I'm going to do this. It'll make it a little bit easier to load, and it'll look better than having it hanging off the back of the trailer. There we go. Perfect. Alright, let's go sell this. Nice, we have a lot of flour and canola oil right there, so I should make quite a bit of money from selling all this. What if I just do this? And we just got $41,000 from all that, so frick yeah. Which basically means I just got all the money back for buying our trailer. Alright, so there's not a whole lot more I can do today, so after I park this, we are going to take the rest of the day off, and then tomorrow we will tend to our cows, see what we need to do, and then I might take the rest of tomorrow off as well, so we can start on the oat harvest. Actually, let me see something here really quick. Alright, so I'm going to have our hired worker actually fertilize our oat fields tomorrow. Or maybe I'll just do it. Alright, so we'll take the rest of the day off. Then we'll wake up bright and early tomorrow. Alright, perfect. Let's see here. So how's our cows doing? Cows are doing okay. I do need a little bit more silage in there. Oh, we just gave birth to some more cows. That's cool. Oh, dang. And we have some snow. Alright, so I'm going to hook up our fertilizer spreader to this guy so he can fertilize both of our oat fields. And then I'm going to use the other tractor to plow our yard. Or maybe I'll plow the yard first, and then I can even do the fertilizing. Yeah, let's jump in our other tractor over here. But yeah, we have snow. There we are. Oh, we have another couple things of flour there too. I'm not selling anything from our silos, so I don't really need to worry about plowing that area. go. Sorry, Grandpa. It doesn't have to be perfect, but I want to make it at least look somewhat decent. And then I can do a little path right here. Yeah, perfect. Or perfect-ish. Alright, let's do another little section this way, and then we'll probably be done plowing. Alright, and then, yeah, I still have this little bit to do right here for this driveway, so we'll do this, and then we'll be good. And then, yeah, I'm not going to fertilize today because it's in the middle of winter. What I'll do is I'll fertilize tomorrow. I'll have my hired worker fertilize while I start harvesting. And I almost got hit by that train again. Gosh dang it. But I didn't, so we're good. Again, sorry, Grandpa. Alright, perfect. So our entire yard is plowed. I'm not going to worry about the flour, even though we have more flour there. I'm not going to worry about selling it because there's only going to be a little bit. So let's see if there's any interesting contracts for the winter here really quick. And just some plowing contracts. We have sowing. Huh, what would we be sowing? Deadwood, cultivating. Got rid of our cultivator. So yeah, there's not a whole lot that I can do right now. Let's take care of our cows, and then looks like we're gonna have another early day. I mainly just plowed around our yard and stuff. I didn't actually plow over here at all. Let's see, then how's our water doing? Water's fine for right now. But that will at least help us get a little bit more silage in there. 53, 60, yeah, that's working. Okay, so yeah, let's have an early day today, and then we will start on the oat harvest tomorrow. I probably won't finish it this episode, but then in the next episode I should be able to finish the oat harvest. Let's see if Grandpa has anything
Hey
to say.
there. Sure. Let's see. Winter is the inheritance of summer. Any idea about its meaning?
Um,
That's right, kiddo. Not entirely, of course. It means the conditions and your actions might have consequences you will experience in winter. Weather always affects the harvest, of course. So the summer weather might have a lighter or stronger impact on how you're set up for winter. In that sense, seasons are always connected. Unforeseen events play a role too. Let's not forget about you, too. Your actions in summer might impact winter. Have you been preparing? Is there enough feed for the animals? Keep all those factors in mind and prepare yourself for winter, kiddo.
that was pretty good advice. I mean, I think I prepared pretty well for winter. All right. So it is the end of winter. It is March, the first month of spring. So I'm gonna have our hired worker fertilize our oat fields, and then I'll come behind and harvest. Actually, I will not because it's raining. So let's go and harvest, or not harvest, but let's go and fertilize our fields here really quick. It looks like all this, or most of the snow melted, which is good. Oh, wait a minute. It's... Oh, no. I have canola. So, yeah, it's a few months before I can... I was thinking we had oats right now for some reason. No, it's going to be a minute before I can actually harvest. Yeah, this is all canola is what this is. Alright. Let's see. And we are fertilizing. Perfect. Sweet. That means I should be able to harvest both of our grass fields, though. Missed a few spots here and there, but that's fine. Then we just have this thing in the middle here. Once that's done, I'll probably have... I think I know how I want to do it. There we are. And then these fields are completely fertilized now. Well, this field is, then the next one will be. Which means that we are ready to harvest them once they fully mature. And done. Alright, let's go to our other oat field and fertilize that one really quick. I'm going to have about 10 minutes of the stream left, so we will start on our, we will start cutting our grass, but yeah, we're not going to finish this episode by any means. Alright, perfect. It's still kind of snowy out, too. I wonder when the weather's supposed to get better. Let's see. It's 7 o'clock now. Oh. We have a tornado. We have a tornado in the forecast. Uh-oh. That's concerning. At about 3 and 5 o'clock, we have a tornado. So yeah, what I might do is right before I end the episode, I'll sleep until about 2 o'clock or 2 or 3, and then we'll... Because I've not seen a tornado yet in this game, so I'm slightly concerned, but I'm also very intrigued. Alright, so last little bit for the fertilizer here, and then both of these fields are done. So maybe what I'll do is I'll hire a worker to fertilize this field for us while I harvest. Yeah, because this one over here is completely fertilized. Alright, so let's take this guy back home really quick. Alright, so I need you to create job. We want to do field work. Start. Yeah, it says we have a tornado in the forecast. That's cool. It's also really scary, but it is kind of cool. Alright. And then let's do this. Alright, and it is no longer raining, so, well, it's still technically raining. It's not supposed to be raining. Or the rain's going to stop here pretty quick. It looks like the skies are kind of clear, though, for the most part. Alright, perfect. Alright, and then it is no longer raining, but we do have a tornado scheduled. That sounds weird to say, but it's in the forecast. I'm excited. I've never actually seen one before, so this is exciting. I don't really want to speed up time though, because I want to be able to harvest all of our grass today as well. So I'm kind of conflicted because I want to see that tornado, but it's going to be a while before that actually happens, and I'm going to call the episode here pretty quick. So possibly a tornado in the next episode. Gosh dang it. Alright, so he has completed fertilizing this field. What? Alright, you know what? We'll just put you here. So, it should be completely fertilized, because I fertilized it twice now. So, I have no idea. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish the headlands, and then I'll call the episode here. And then the next episode, if the weather doesn't change, we should have a tornado. If it does change, then that's going to be really sad, but because I am extremely curious to see what happens. Or maybe I'm not. I don't know. Oh, I was actually able to go the entire way without braking right there. I wonder if they fixed that in the previous update as well, or this latest update. But then it broke over there, so I don't know. see. Deactivate line. Nope, and it didn't break here. It was just that middle lane that I had to slightly readjust. So I think they fixed this field for the most part, which is actually really nice because that was kind of annoying. Alright, but yeah, after I finish this headland, we're going to call the episode here. We did quite a bit. We made a crap ton of money this episode. We sold all of our silage bales. We sold everything that was stored in our silos. So we went from 9,000 at the beginning of the episode to 218,000 now. So that's impressive. We even survived the winter. We plowed, we tended to our cows, and now we are in the middle of March harvesting our grass so I can turn it into even more silage. Mainly to sell, but also I'll keep a few bales out for our cows as well. But yeah, hopefully in the next episode we get to see the tornado. I don't know if the weather changes or not when we load and reload, so I'm hoping it doesn't, because I do want to see the tornado, even though it'll probably go right through our farm. But I mean, that'd be kind of a neat experience to see. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed watching, and I will see you all later.